All right, guys, we're back. Hi, pilots and aviation lovers. Welcome to our channel where we motivate and inspire future aviators. My name is Kanu, aka Nima Pilot. You are watching Simba Aviation, the beacon of hope. All right, boys and girls, welcome to the part 2 of the breaking down of how to determine entrance to a holding pattern or a procedure term. If you have not yet watched part 1, we encourage you to go back and watch it and then come back to part 2 so that you can follow along. Let's get to it. So we've learned how to draw our racetrack. We've learned how to figure out the reciprocal of our outbound leg. We've learned how to divide our racetrack into 3 sections using the pencil method. Just remember that if the hole is going to be a left turn, use the left side of your pencil to turn it towards the drawing. And if the holding is going to be a right turn, use the right side of your pencil to move 20 degrees right towards the drawing. Now, how do we determine what entrance to use? Let's break it down. First thing I want you to notice is that first you got to figure out your position in reference to the hold. Now I'm going to pause there. Let me tell you this. If you are doing procedure term, if you're shooting approach, when you are reading your approach plate, realize that that approach plate is oriented north. What do I mean by that? Let me bring this paper. Let's say we're doing ILS runway 5 and we're going to the initial approach fix where we're going to hold or do our procedure turn. North will be up here. I hope you see this. North will be up here. So this is how your approach is formatted. We're going to see ILS followed by runway 20 and then the name of the city. And then you come here, you see your frequencies, and then you come to the plane view, and you see all of this drawing, whatever, and then you come to the profile view where they have the step down, and then you come to your minimum. This is rating from north to south. Okay, with that in mind, the next thing you need to know is your position in, let's say north is here. Your position in relation to this fix. That's the 2 things you need to know. Number 1, what? Know that this approach place is oriented north. Number 2, know your position in reference to this place. Let's say ATC tells you fly direct ABC fix. You go to your GPS, all right, and you direct ABC fix. You start going there. Next thing I need you to do is look at your heading indicator and see what is the tail part of your aircraft, because what? You're heading to it, so your nose will be pointing at that fix. I want you to see the tail part of it. Tell me what number it falls under. If it is northeast, you are northeast of that field. If it is south, you are south of that field. So you look to the tail of your aircraft after you hit direct and you turn, and when you turn to it, okay? Knowing your position in reference to the fix will make this whole thing easy. Now, the third thing I want to bring to your attention is, let me draw the same approach again, holding fix again. So, when we are given a hole and we draw our racetrack, the side of that racetrack is also referred to as a protective side. ATC will not give another aircraft this same block of airspace and altitude. They might give them a hold above you or below you, but it will not be at the same altitude. Therefore, this airspace, that block of airspace, is your protective side of the holding fix. Okay, so we know that this side is protective. Where there is no drawing is also called non-protective, which would be this side where the racetrack is not. Opposite of that racetrack is called what? Non-protective. All right, those two things I want you to really sink it in. You have protective where this drawing is, and you have your non-protective opposite of that drawing. Any questions so far? If there's no question, let's move forward. But if you have questions, please do remember to leave it in the comment section below, and I will get to you as soon as possible, or someone who is watching this video that can help you will also reply to your comment. This is a community. Remember, there's a protective side where the drawing is, and the non-protective side, which is opposite of that drawing. All right, we keep moving forward. So the first thing is knowing that this whole procedure is oriented north. The second thing you need to figure out is what? Your position in relation to this, or where you're coming from in relation to this fix that you're going to. The third thing you need to know is that where that drawing is, where that racetrack is considered the protective side. Opposite of that racetrack is considered what? The non-protective side. I'm going to draw my fix here. Again, I'm holding east. He didn't give me any direction, so I know that it's going to be a right turn. Okay. Now, since it's going to be a right turn, I'm going to move the right side of this thing, what? 20 degrees. Good job. I have split it, and I'm going to continue right here. All right. This is my 3 section. 1, of course, north is here. 2, 3 section. Now, we know our protective side, based on this, will be where our drawing is. Okay? Our non-protective side will mostly fall in what? In area 3. Okay? This will be our non-protective side. How do I know if I'm going to be doing a teardrop? Now, if you are heading towards the long side, from this fix towards if you're going to be in this protective side for a long time, that, my friend, is going to be a tear drop. So from your heading or from your position, if you're heading to this fix, and let's say you cross this fix, you're going to be in this drawing for a long ride. You are heading to where you need to execute a teardrop. If you are heading to the non-protective side, down here, towards number 3, where opposite of this drawing, you need to execute a parallel. That's our area number 2, right? So if you're heading towards the non-protective side, this is where you need to say stop, duck, and roll. That is you're going towards the non-protective side, danger towards the non-protective side. Well, I got to give myself a parallel, so I got to turn 90 degrees towards the outbound leg. That is parallel. If you're coming from anywhere and you're going towards that fix, and you know that when you hit that fix, you're going to turn right into your outbound heading, that will be your direct. Okay, how do we use this protective and non-protective side? If you're going towards the protective side, that is a teardrop. If you're going towards the non-protective side, that is your what? Parallel. If you're coming towards that fix, and when you hit that fix, the next turn you do is going towards your outbound, that is your direct. This right here, my friend, pause the video, rewind it, and get this clear. And I'm going to repeat again. If you are going towards the protective side, that is a teardrop. If you are heading from where your position is, you're heading to that fix, and when you cross that fix, you're going to be going towards the non-protective side. That is your parallel. And you're coming from a position where when you hit that first, your fix, you're going to be turning towards your outbound leg from the inbounds end leg. That is your direct. Pause that video, rewind what I just said about 1,000 times in your head, and when you are ready, now it's time for us to do some practice work. Quiz. When you are heading to the protective side, what entrance is that? That is a teardrop. Now, if you are heading towards the unprotective side from your position, what entrance is that? That is your parallel. And if you're coming from a direction, when you hit your point, your fix, you turn it right into you're establishing into your hold. What entrance is that? You got it right. That is direct. Clap for yourself. Now, ATC said November 725 Yankee Tango, hold east of the ABC VR on a 090 radio. There go my north, east, south, and west. So I know I'm going to come opposite of my radio and draw my turn. I got my racetrack. Without drawing my 3 section, I already know where my parallel is going to be. In this case, let me give you the first scenario. If I'm coming from anywhere northwest, I know when I pass this fix, I'm going to go towards the non-protective side. So I'm going to shoot my parallel entrance. If I'm coming from the southeast, I know when I pass my fix, I'm going towards the protective side. There's going to be parallel. Now, if I'm coming from the northeast to the southeast, I know when I reach to my fix, I'm coming at the heading where it will be a direct turn into my outbound leg. So my outbound leg here is 090, inbound is 270. We already figured out how we found it. Did I have to draw any type of 3 section? No. But just knowing that I have a protective side, a non-protective side, I found my parallel and my teardrop. It doesn't matter if it's going to be a left turn or right turn. There will always be a protective side and a non-protective side. And the rest is direct. Let's do another example. Now this time I'm going to bring my yellow sheet up. And let me make sure we can see it better. Same thing. They want me to hold east. But this time they told me left turn. I'm going to come here. Of course, north is always here, south is here, east is here, west is here. So since this was a left turn, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this. Where is your parallel? What is your direct? What is your teardrop? My teardrop would be if I'm coming from somewhere from the west, going towards the northwest. That would be my teardrop because I'm coming towards the protective side. My parallel would be if I'm coming from the southwest. And my direct would be anything from the southeast and the northeast. Now, you got to be very careful. Let's say I drew this thing right here, right? Let's say I am directly due west. Now, you, my friend, have to choose which one of between teardrop and parallel you want to shoot, and position yourself in that sector. It could be like as little as maybe 5-degree heading change will put you either in direct or not direct, in teardrop or parallel. Same thing. If you find yourself a little bit between parallel and teardrop, parallel and direct, position yourself in direct position so that when you hit that spot, you can turn direct into your establish directly into your turn. Do we have any question? All right, let's put everything together. They want me to hold northeast on a 050 radio, and then of course he didn't say anything, so I know it's going to be a right turn. There's an ugly hole right there. Ladies and gentlemen, we know north is here, west is here, east is here, south is here. Which one is your direct? Which one is your teardrop? Which one is your parallel? Please leave the comment below. All right, I'm back. If you are coming anywhere within the southwest area, you can choose to do teardrop. You were correct. If you're coming from anywhere from the northwest area, you can choose to do a parallel. You are correct. And if you're coming from anywhere else other than those two places we call, you can choose to do a direct. You are correct. So now the next thing is I am going to put up an approach plate, and we are going to go over it on sky vector so we can finalize this. I will see you guys on the computer screen. Alright guys, this is an R9 GPS runway 31 into Reading or Reading, Pennsylvania. I want us to look at this approach, an actual approach, and put everything together. Now let me bring your attention to a couple of things before we continue. The first thing is, again, this is north. That's what we've been talking about. It's oriented north. See what it says, R9 GPS runway 31. You're starting from the north all the way down towards the south. So that's what I said. This is oriented north. It doesn't matter if you flip this thing up and down, side to side. North is where the R9 GPS runway 31 start from. The next thing I want to show you is this. This is the racetrack we've been trying to draw on a piece of paper. You see that it is solid and dark. Okay, this is not your mandatory hold. This is a procedure turn. Now, ATC can choose to hold you at this fix. If ATC decided to hold you at this fix, now this turn to hold in lieu of procedure turn. Instead of doing procedure turn and going inbound, now ATC wants you to hold. If you follow this dot all the way up here towards the northwest, you're gonna see another racetrack, but this time is in dot. This is your hold. This is mandatory. Now, if this procedure turn was drew as this dot, now you need, when you come to this place, do not just execute a procedure turn and continue inbound. Now you got to hold here until ATC give you a further clearance. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a cross through this, my north, south, east, west. When you are coming from the northwest heading to this fix, what entrance are you going to execute? I'm going towards the non-protective side, right? So I'm going to do a parallel. What if you are coming from the southeast, heading to this fix? Well, I'm in position to execute a right turn to my outbound leg, so I'm going to do a direct. What if I'm coming to this approach from the northwest, from the west northwest? I know when I pass this, I'm going to be going towards the long side of the protective side, so I'm going to do one teardrop. Remember, I told you guys how long this inbound leg has to be depends on the what ATC wants you to do. And I also say if it is an R9 GPS and it's published, it's usually 4 nautical mile. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about right here. Let's switch to an ILS runway 36 into the same airport. Okay, same hold in lower or procedure turn right here. Now this is an ILS. Again, if you go back to the first video, I said if it is a GPS, it's usually 4 nautical mile. If it's ILS, it's usually 1 minute. There you go. That's what that 1 MIN stand for. It's 1 minute. So then when your inbound leg, when you're heading back to this fix, should be 1 minute. So whatever it takes to get a 1 minute, you have to figure that out on the outbound leg. So let me orientate us. We're here. This is north. Now, if we are coming from the south, this will be a right turn right here. So there will be a direct. From here, there will be a direct. Now, if I'm coming from the northeast, I know there is going to be a parallel. If I'm coming from the northwest, I know it's going to be a teardrop because I'm going towards the protective side. So I'm going to do a teardrop. All right, guys, I hope this was a helpful tutorial video for you guys. As a disclaimer again, whatever you learn from here, please bring it to the attention of your instructor. You guys talk over it and come out with the best solution that suits your learning. I will see you guys in the next video, but until next time, be a beacon of hope to someone today. Always remember to keep the blue sky up.